Hello, everybody, wherever you may be, from coast to coast and sea to shine and sea. Welcome back to Ham Radio Live, show about radio for people who like radio. Today's show, we got a big one for you. The world's largest ham radio shack, plus a Linko DX R8T, Europe's largest ham fair, and some YouTubers from the channel. Welcome back to the show. Of Martin and the Vandellas doing Dancing in the Street. Little David Lee Roth here with it. Great song. I love this. It's one of those songs I had in my car, you know, and I just had to like crank it up every time I'd hear it with the old Pioneer 6x9 three-ways. Oh man, I'm dating myself. From around the world, wherever you may be, let's say away we go. Hi everybody, welcome back to the Shack in Oregon. So good to see ya. Happy Wednesday. It's Hump Day, May 18th, 2022. My name's Larry. My call sign, Amateur Radio, is Kilo 7 Hotel November. It's always a pleasure to spend a little bit of time with you, hopefully a little over an hour today for the show. And we've got a fun show for you. We're going to show you the world's largest ham shack. No kidding. Yeah. And we're also going to talk about a lot of it, so too, another affordable radio for you, which is nice. It'll be the Linko DX R8T. In Europe, it's the R8E, but, you know, it's because it's got different frequencies. But it's really cool, and it's affordable as a great used radio for you. We haven't done a Linko product. It'll be fun. We've also got some people in the channel that do YouTube stuff, which is kind of cool. I like to be able to share their stuff, too, because they're kind enough to come here and visit. For me, that's pretty special. Plus, we'll look at our Discord page, and by the time we get to the Angry Hams, hopefully we'll be having a little fun today. Welcome to the show. It's good to see all you guys. First one in, all the way from the state of Wisconsin. He did it first. Whiskey 9 Romeo Delta Yankee. That is Dirk, and we give him a quick meep, meep. Welcome, Dirk. Nice to see you. Happy Wednesday, buddy. Good to see you, pal. Hey, thanks for all the work on the Discord channel, too. It's beautiful. It really is. Gosh, I just can't believe how beautiful it is. Rob Q nearly made it. It was close. Really, it was like that close, razor thin. Rob Q from Los Angeles, welcome to the show. It's always a pleasure to have you. Winan shows up all the way from the beautiful country of Africa. Good to see you, Winan, all the way from Namibia. Wow, what a treat. I hope things are well for you. The weather here, you know, I think of Africa. And I think of like warm weather, right? You know, dry, warm weather, beautiful sunrise, beautiful sunsets. Okay, I told you it's been a really bad winter and spring here. Okay, so today it's back to rain again. No! Cold. I had the fireplace on this morning. No kidding. It's crazy here. Oh my gosh. One day of spring so far. Daniel, welcome from New Hampshire. Always a pleasure to have you. Thank you for coming. Steve from the UK. Nice to have you, mate. Mike 7, India Whiskey Hotel. Good evening to you there in the UK. It's good to see you here from England tonight. Andy New as well from Bristol in England. Nice to see you, mate. Mike 7, Charlie Union November. Always a pleasure to have you part of the show. Good group today. We should have a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy it. From beautiful Boston, that is WECB 640. Great station there, by the way. Student run. If you don't know that, it's student run in Boston, Massachusetts. Welcome back. Good to have you, my friend. Thank you for coming. And thanks also for what you've said on Discord, too. It's pretty cool. Thank you for being there. Wow, good group. Rick, hello. Nice to see you. That's a first-timer, and welcome. Nice to see you, Rick. It's nice to meet you. My name's Larry. Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming. It's a lot of fun. And that was a good jam. I remember that. Just so many times in the car. We used to have a road in Portland when I grew up. It was 82nd Avenue, right? And it was famous for cruising. If cruising, for people that may not know what it is, it's literally you shine your car up really good, make it look nice, you're a teenager, right? And you drive up this road, and it was like 2 miles long, right? 82nd goes for miles, but there was a 2 mile section where you drive up and then drive back. It would take you over an hour to get up 2 miles and turn back around. It'd take you well over an hour to do that on Friday or Saturday night because everybody was out there showing off their cars and having fun in the 80s. It was just, oh gosh, it was a fun time to be alive. And I remember that song, Dance in the Streets. It was just such a special time because it came out during that time of my life. A lot of fun. Really was. Whining from Africa, Larry, so happy like a chappy. Let's rock. Thank you, Whining. You're too good for me. You're too good. That's nice. Daniel, the Bowie Jagger version is good, though the video is weird. Yeah, that's such a well done song. When Martha and the Vandellas did that song, it's been covered a lot of times by different big artists. Really has been. Daniel, nice catch on the David Bowie and Mick Jagger version. Yep, that's a good one as well. Will Myers, welcome. City of Wisconsin again. Kilo Alpha 8 Golf India Mike. We'll be going to Wisconsin today in the show, looking at the world's biggest ham shack. Yes, you'll see it. It'll be a lot of fun. Mike, we're having some of you on the show today, too. We're going to show you and what you've done. Good to see you as always. And happy hump day to you. Kilo Golf 2, Mike, welcome back to the show, Mike. Always my pleasure to see you, buddy. It really is. I was looking at your photos that you sent on Discord, of the parks. Gosh, man, it was just cool. I think of you as a guy who kind of you're like, park. Oh, let's go, and let's activate it. I admire you a lot for that. I've never said that. I really do. I admire you a lot for it, Mike. Keep up the good work in activating those parks. It's really cool what you're doing, man. It really, really is. Oh, a dear friend. He's been here a long time, too. Way before Larry started putting music in the beginning of the songs, the shows. Oh, boy. Ron, his call sign is Victor Alpha 3, Foxtrot Union Charlie. Has a really great YouTube channel here as well. Find him here. You can find him at Canadian Maker Project or find him at Victor Alpha 3, Foxtrot Union Charlie. Really, really good channel. He says, Larry, I do like that with Boston More Than a Feeling. We'll work on that. That's a great song. That's a great song. Absolutely. Roger and Molly are here. Hi, Raj. Good to see you. Kilo Juliet 7, Lima X-ray. And there's Molly. She's so pretty. Look at her. Good to see you, Roger. Happy hump day. We made it, buddy. Daniel bought 500 feet of random wire from eBay for $16. What a bargain. Could have built an amazing Technicolor NFED. That was not expensive at all. Save some money on that, Daniel. Well done. Also, Dirk, with our Discord link, join us after the show. We'll talk it up. We'll talk radio, have some fun. Yep, we will. We'll have a lot of fun with that. And mine is talking about 2000 ATU, so that'll be good. Rod Clare, Salem, Oregon. I'm here trying to set a VPN from the tablet to the network so I can run the 9700 next week from Seattle. Should be a lot of fun, Rod. It will. And man, I'm sorry, I can't join you for CPAC. I'm going to go to CPAC. We're going to stream it. I don't know if I told you. No, I haven't told you that. We have a ham fest here that's called CPAC. It's not huge, but it's decent. Really is. In fact, Ray Novak's going to be there from ICOM. The manufacturers will be there. So it'll be fun. But what's interesting is, like other ham fairs, it's been closed for 2 years. So it's going to be interesting to go this year. My wife is going with. She's never seen the North Oregon coast. So this will be her first trip up to the Northern Oregon coast. And Rod asked me if we could, go together and drive together and go. It'd be a lot of fun. I wish I could, Rod, but it's kind of a date weekend for me. So I hope you understand. Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. We'll have a good time. And I'll stream from there, too. Show you the ham fair. We'll get an idea of what it's like. It's in a beautiful venue and very close to the end. If you know U.S. history at all, it's right at the end of the Lewis and Clark Trail. Pretty cool place. Scruffy, hey, I'm here and up early, 4:30 a.m. where you are, mate. You know what? If I could do anything for you, I would probably play big applause. Here you go. Thanks, Scruffy. Oh my gosh, way early. My goodness. Victor Kilo 5, sugar-coated radios in the house. It's early from Australia. Thanks for coming, bud. Mate, it's so good to see you. Also, my dear friend, Gary Strong, Whiskey 9 Papa Yankee, hello to you. I hope you're having a very good Wednesday. Dirk, good point here. Daniel, you should share the project progress with on the Discord server. That'd be great to do. Yeah. And the cool part about Discord is we just talk. And it can sometimes slip away from the radio conversation and talk about something else. It really is fun. Everyone's welcome. If you've never come, please come and join us. It truly is a lot of fun. You'll find us at Discord at ham-radio-live. If you want to email the show, feel free and reach out to me at cqhamradiolive@gmail.com. We have a show question today. Now think about that. think about this for a moment. And I know some radios have a version of this, but not this. Okay. Do you wish radios had an undo button like computers have? You know, like when you're working on a word processor and you make a mistake, you find a paragraph you don't like, and so you go back and you hit undo and it's gone, right? Or maybe you're working production software, video production, right? And you've got something in there and like, oh crud, I didn't want to put that. It's bad. Undo, right? Or redo. Wouldn't it be great to have an undo button on a radio? Would you use something like that? Let us know. Put it in part of the comment section. We'll make part of today's show. We will. Yeah. Also, welcome to Dale. Hello, Larry. Getting ready to study for my amateur extra license, and I love that. Dale, my goodness gracious. We're going to wish you lots of love on that, Dale. We really are. Really are. Good luck to you, man. Kilo India 5 Tango Sierra Foxtrot going for his extra. You'll get it. You will. Hang in there. The key to the extra, if you don't pass it the first time, Dale, keep trying for it because you're going to get it. You really will, because there's enough of the general and technician questions on it, and there's not much math. They guarantee you're not going to get more than 3 math questions. You can miss 13 on that thing. Remember, the person that misses 13 and the person that gets 0 wrong still get the amateur extra. Good luck. Seriously. Go get it. I am really up for that. So I'm very, very proud of you for doing that. All right, Adam, welcome from Ocala, November Yankee 5 Echo. Always a pleasure to have you part of the show, as well as Gordon, the Gaming Hem, Mike 7 Indy November Tango. Find his channel here on YouTube, too. He does some good stuff with video games and has a lot of fun. Also, want to welcome Dragon Master 360. It's good to have you. He likes to talk about Linux, too. Linux. Larry just woke up. Sorry. Andy New. Did anybody work Marvin? Whiskey 9 Union X-Ray Extra and 14310 this morning. Huge signal this morning from Chicago. See, that's good. And we've got better conditions today. We really do. Let's talk about the guests coming. We'll hit the weather then real quick. Michael Warner this weekend comes to the channel May 21st, 1900 UTC. We're going to talk about special needs amateur radio assistance. This could be big for people. Maybe you're sight impaired. Maybe you have, a hearing disability. Perhaps maybe there's some other disability you're facing. Michael will help talk about those things. His call sign is Kilo Fox 4, Bravo Oscar Golf. Please join us this Saturday, 1900 UTC. That's 8 p.m. in London, 6 a.m. in the eastern part of Australia. In the States, going to be noon Pacific, 3 p.m. in the East. Then join us. It'll be really cool. Before that show, we're going to have Charlie, November Juliet 7, Victor from Hamvention. No joke. And we're leading into shows leading up to Hamvention with hamfairs from around the world. Today we'll go to Europe, see one of their big ones. And we're excited Charlie's going to join us. That'll be this Saturday, and it's going to be at 1800 UTC. Now, for folks in the States, all right, it's going to be 11 a.m. here in the Pacific time zone, 2 p.m. in the East. If you're in, let's say, for example, the UK, okay, that's going to be 7 p.m. So earlier for you guys, you should be able to see it and see a good live view from Hamvention. And then for the folks in Australia, I know it's early. It's going to be all the way at like 4 a.m. No! Oh, gosh. But please join us. It'll be a lot of fun to meet Charlie at Hamvention. That's his first Hamvention, and he's sharing it with us. Isn't that nice? Man, that's cool. Also, coming up June 11th, Tim Duffy, K3LR, joins us at 1900 UTC. That's going to be talking about his ham radio career and contesting and so much more. This guy has 10 ICOM 7850s. 7851s. He's got 2 of the 7850s, 1 unopened. No kidding. Join us at 1900 UTC. That's noon Pacific here in the States, 3 p.m. in the East. If you're in London, 8 p.m. And in the eastern coast of Australia, 6 a.m. to join us for Tim Duffy. Should be a lot of fun. Let's get in the weather today. Powered by ICOM for the love of ham radio. Here's your A1A. It is a great day to be alive and an HF person. It really is. It really is. Now, I want to tell you before we do this, the BZ latitude has been positive and negative. It's just been kind of like a seesaw today, but it's not bad. The SFI is coming up like I talked about yesterday, so that's happening. We've got good solar numbers, and we're so far ahead of what they forecast 25 to be. Here is the back view of the sun. Take a look. You see all the sunspots that are active. Look at how big 3011 to 3017 is. And by the way, 3014 also is growing. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, it really is. Here's a coronal home map. We've got 82 facing straight at us and not much happening from it, so we're okay right now. The magnetosphere view of the sun looks like this. Take a look at this. This is amazing. There are actually 9 sunspot regions facing Earth right now. 9 of them, and 3016 is coming around. Expect SFIs to continue to rise here this week a little bit, and we're not going to see like a 200 this week, but we're going to get closer. The M flare, there was an M flare. Yep, it happened as a 2.4 solar flare. It was detected at 1327 on the 16th, and the source of it was from AR 3017. So take a look at 3017 here, and you'll see where that M flare came from. It gives you a good idea of just how active our sun has been. There is that M flare, the 2.4 that happened in the middle of yesterday. Take a look. There are 7 visible sunspot regions facing us right now, and current noise floors look a little bit loud. They're a little unsettled. You still have good conditions to work your radio today, though. Super conditions, really do. 3J geomagnetic forecast. You can see it right there. Here is the solar indices. That's from yesterday. That's not going to help you, is it? The QRZ will, though. Here's your SFI. It's up to 171. Said yesterday that we would go over 170, and there it is. Solar numbers down, though. It's to 153. A index is 12. KS1. There's your BZ. It's minus 1.2. It is going positive and negative. So these HF conditions change once that changes. The good news, the solar wind is not going too fast. It's only at 467.6 kilometers per second. Take a look at that. 6, 4, and 2 meter E-skip is open. Yes, sir, they are. Yes, they are today. EME, moon bouncers, poor conditions tonight. You can see the HF conditions there. I did work a 12 meter contact this morning. I did. Whiskey Alpha 2, Echo Alpha Mike. We made contact with each other from here to New Jersey. Conditions are improving. Here's your KC2 Golf map. It's looking good. Let's start off in Europe today. 23 megahertz right now in the United Kingdom. Head towards the mainland of Europe, about the same. 23 in Germany, 24 in South France, and 24 as well in the southern part of Italy. Even as you head down towards the Middle East, you're down around 23 megahertz. If you're in the country of Africa, where Winan is, look at that. 25 megahertz still in the north, the just where it starts to go to south, not the country of South Africa, but the southern part of Africa. And look how tight they are. 25 is really close to 21, which is really close to 18. They're all right there. And where Winan is right now, he's right about on the 14 meter band. The 20 meter band. He's at 14 megahertz. South Africa around Cape Town, 12 megahertz, heading still east. Heading towards the Far East, 15 megahertz currently in Tokyo, the Southern Islands, though, at 24. In Australia, 25 megahertz in Melbourne, heading towards Perth, about 10. Here in North America, 23 along the New England coast, 31. There it is. 10 meters is coming north. We're seeing it now in Louisiana, also in Texas. We also have some good 15-meter band stuff going on in the northern hemisphere here towards the north along the U.S.-Canadian border, about 21 megahertz. Middle part of Canada right there as 18 megahertz. So if you're up in the northern part of, say, BC or Alberta, you're going to be on 18 megahertz. And the folks in Alaska, right about 16. South America, best place. It's right now on 10 meters, just about wherever you want to be in that continent. Your forecast today. Look for rising SFIs still. Voice should be 20, 17, 15, 12, and some 10 meters in the northern hemisphere. Yes, 10 will come back today. It's not going to be really big in the northern part, but it'll open up. 20, 17, 15, 12 in the mid and south latitudes. CB radio skip, I just don't think you'll get much of it here in the north, but it could be open for a little while. It's good in the mid and south latitudes, however. Data modes should be fine, 30 to 10. This is 30 to 12. That should say 30 to 10 meters in all latitudes because it is actually open here in the northern hemisphere. So we'll make a quick change to that. There you go. On nighttime handbands tonight should be 160, 80, 75, 60, 40, and they may be a little loud. So keep your RF gain down, your headphone volume down a little bit of noise coming from the planets. So we do have a higher K index. That's why we want to keep your headphones down. Your best DX at sunset always is your MUF, but then go to 20 meters. It should be really good with this high of an SFI. I'd say 20 is going to work past 1 a.m. Going to be a great night for DX. 40 meters also after that if you want to be up really fairly late, and you should be able to work some great DX tonight. Just make sure you watch your noise floors. Shortwave band, folks, we love you very, very much as well here on the channel. You know we do. 31, 25, 22 in the 19-meter band today. You'll also hear, you'll hear 49, you'll hear 41 and 25 and 31. During the daytime, all of those bands work. It's just they don't work long, that's all. At night, you get the long DX. Should be 120, 90, 75, and 60, 49, 41, 31, 25, 22, and 100% chance. The 19 meters working more than 2 should go almost to midnight tonight in the Northern Hemisphere. Your ranking today should be, it's a 9 because we have kind of a lower, you have a negative BZ latitude today and a positive one. So it kind of goes back and forth. If it was more consistent right there above, where we weren't getting negatives, it would be a 10, but today's going to be a 9. Should be a good day to work your radio. Let's take a look at your comments. Again, today's topic question of the show: do you wish you had a doggone undo button for things you do wrong or want to reset on your radio? Let me know in your comment section. We will make it part of the show. Let's scroll way up. Take a look at your comments, and hopefully we'll be able to catch up with all of you. By the way, keep a dear friend of the channel in your prayers, and that would be Ishmael. Ishmael caught COVID. Yeah, and that's really too bad. So all of our love goes out to him and Dominica and anyone who's facing the coronavirus pandemic. Please get well. We wish you the best. We really do. Yeah, always, always, always do. Yeah. Let's see here. Catching up here. Dirk, ICOM 7300, 9700 have a reset to default setting on mode. Yeah, but then you got to go and restart everything, right? Wouldn't you want to keep your settings, right? See what I'm saying? Like on ICOM rigs, for example. Okay, let me show you real quick. We'll just move over to the ICOM 7610. We'll just do it real quick, and we'll just go over here. I'll make a quick old change, and we'll just turn it on. Okay, we'll make it go. Email and YouTube show. Now, see, now you know a secret to how I do WRMI. How's that for fun, huh? No kidding. No kidding. That's funny. Okay, so I made a call on 12. And let me show you the radio real quick, because it'll be fun to be able to show you this real quick in a way that makes sense. All right, so like when you're using your filters, for example, ICOMs, Elecrafts, a lot of radios do this. Let's say, for example, let me show you my filter settings. This is what I like to work for DX. Okay, so I like my sideband filters, filter 1 to be 3K wide, second filter 2.5, third at 2.1. That's where I like to run them. Okay, but listen, and this is great for ICOM and Elecraft and other radios that do this. Let's say, for example, let's get it up to the 3.0. Okay, let's do that. And let's go to a band that's got a little bit more on it. So we'll go to 17 meters, and we'll just kind of do this. And this is the reason why today's question is what it is. So let's see if somebody's transmitting anywhere here on 17. There we go, heading towards FT8 land. Yeah, let's do it this way. Let's go to shortwave. Let's do shortwave. So let's bounce over to shortwave. We'll hit 19 meters to be simple. It's easy to explain. Okay, so like when you're on shortwave and you listen to a signal, right, and bring the reference up because of the signals, and you can hear the crackle. This is because of the K index. Okay, so find a signal here real quick. What am I doing? Sorry, not even listening. All right. I don't want to do WWV if I can help it. Let's try and get an actual signal in. Boy, 19's quiet today. Look at that. All right. This is some shortwave. Real narrow. Okay, so we're out to we're at 6K, right? When I use my filters for this, I'm different. I'll go 9, 6, and 3. So if we go to the next filter, right, we're at 3. Real narrow, right? And let's say, now I can hear it better, right? Hear it a little bit better. Let's get a little bit of cut to it so it's a little more clear. Too narrow, sorry guys. Here, let me go over here. A little noise reduction. All right. So we've messed with the radio around pretty good, right? So it used to be the normal settings here. Remember, 3, 6, and 9. Okay, look at the bandwidth at the top. The bandwidth at the top shows it is 2.6. All right. So on like ICOM and Elecraft Simple, you just hold in the passband tuner where you adjust it. You hold it in, it changes back to 3. It's simple. That's how it works. And radios do that for the most part pretty simply. I think Yaesu does it as well as Kenwood's, the 890s and 990s. All you do is you press the button, you hold it in, and it resets. But what about other stuff? Let's say you don't want to do a soft reset or a hard reset. You just want to change the way it was, right? You wanted the last thing you did, hit undo, and then it pulls it out, right? And then it remembers to hit undo the next thing and the next thing, and then you're back to where you like to listen to it. Would you like that on your radio? Let me know, make part of the show. Simple. Yeah. That's what I was saying to Dirk. Yeah, I get it. Has it, but without doing a reset. Because Yaesu has ICOM has a reset that's a hard reset and a soft reset. The hard reset resets to factory settings. The soft reset kind of sets everything back to normal settings for the radio, but doesn't change everything. That's how it works. But let me know. Be interesting to see what you think on that. Rod, Western Pennsylvania, excuse me, welcome. Whiskey 3, Mike Papa Golf. I wish we had a transmission undo to take back the stupid statements that are made. Boy, you and me both. You and me both. That's funny. That's absolutely hilarious. Will Myers, in the state of Wisconsin, kind of undo. I use the memory card in the ICOM 7300 to save the settings for each of the different modes I've set up. One file for FT8, one file for SSB, etc. That's a good way to do it. Save it up that way. Gosh, I sound really loud. Why am I this loud? I'm not this loud. That's better. Okay, thank you. On now with the show. This is like, wow, this is awful. Well, thanks for your comment. Appreciate that very much. And Gordon, it doesn't matter about dyslexia or anything, really, Gordon. It doesn't. It just matters about, we all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect at this. And sometimes we get kind of messed up with everything. We say, oh gosh, this got bad. Undo, undo, undo. Oh, wait a minute. Now it's better. I just wonder if that would be cool on a radio or not. Doesn't mean we have to. It's just an idea. So think about it. I have to come up with ideas for this show, I got to come up with ideas. Yeah, if I don't, then I go pretty bad. It just kind of goes off the rails. Wynan from Namibia, he says, one update then, WGS6, so the FT8 software gets sound errors like it's back to normal. Okay, well, there you go. And Dirk, thanks for the link there to the MUF map. It's very nice. I appreciate it. Let's see, my dear friend Ron in Canada, my mission is to see Larry get more to know about his show. Bless your heart, Ron. Isn't that nice? What a kind thing to say. Seriously, what he's saying is his mission is to see Larry get more people to know about the show. That's very nice. This is supposed to be like a radio show you would hear in the morning about radio. That's it. We're supposed to have fun. And it's supposed to have dumb sound effects like this and like this.
Thank you.
And things like this because this is what we do. It's supposed to sound funny a little bit because it's supposed to sound like it's a radio show. That's it. Okay. Steve from the UK, undo last transmission would have been useful when I was causing QRM to Oscar Mike 7 India. Oh no. Kept trying to tell the other station I was Mike 7, not Oscar Mike 7, until he pointed out that he wasn't talking to me. No! Gosh. Sorry, Steve. Live and learn, and we all do that. By the way, Steve, good luck on getting that intermediate license. You're going to do it. You are. You're going to do it, Steve. You're going to do it. You are. Absolutely. Yeah. Let's see, Dragon Mesh 360. This is incredible. I literally have no words. This is all possible with ham radio? Yes, it really is. This is... you don't have to be a genius to do it. You don't at all. You don't have to be like this.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Wile E. Coyote. Genius.
Yeah, don't have to do that at all. You just have to be willing to open up a instruction manual and learn. It's good. These radios are so powerful. I said yesterday in the show, 40 years ago, look at amateur radios 40 years ago to today and how much they've changed. Amateur radio is phenomenal right now compared to what it used to be. The DSP, the beauty of the waterfall screens, just the color, all the pop of these radios is phenomenal. It really is. So yeah, it's come a long ways, and it makes us a lot better because we have those things. Dirk, man, my VHF UH antennas came, but won't be up for a few days. Be the same way I would be too. Yeah, same thing. Daniel says, I would not want an undo button. There is no teacher greater or more effective in this world than failure. That's right. He's right about that. It's true. That's true. Yep. We learn more from our mistakes when we do our achievements. Think about it. Think of the things you've tried and didn't do. And then you went back and did it right. You learned to do it right because you did it wrong the first time. Daniel, nice comment. Thank you for that very, very much. I like that. John Hummel Newell, welcome. Saskatchewan's here. Victor Echo 5 Juliet Hotel November. Hi, all. Just got the notice.
No!
Google. What the heck is going on? I'm sorry, Google, you're great. We love you. That's where we're at today, right? We're at that. We can't talk bad about anything like that. Google, you're awesome. We sure love you. My goodness, if we could have more of you around, we'd sure love that. Right, Google? Oh, well, there you go. Kevin joins us from Iowa. He's got a great YouTube channel. Makes antennas out of bells and ladders and tractors and boats and everything. Kilo Zero, Kilo Lima Bravo. It's always an honor to see you, Kev. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. And Dirk saying, hey, Skipper. Very nice. Very, very nice. Oh, it's good to see you guys. It really is. It's truly a joy this Wednesday. Penguin, look at this. Victor Alpha 7 Union Yankee. That's a first timer. Welcome, Penguin. Nice to see you. Nice bike. Wow, look at that. Look at that bike. Wow, that's gorgeous. That just makes me think I'd love to do that. Holy cow, I'd love to ride that. That's a beautiful bike. Wow. Andy joins us back. Hamvention, the new word. This is great. Hamvention. The new word for broke. Absolutely. No, wait till you see this dude's ham shack. Then you'll understand. Rod Clare from Salem. My 9700 has the ability to save and restore profiles. My big undo button, going to do the same thing on the 3000 with export and import settings. Yeah, that's right. There you go. Because there is a lot of settings there. Truly is. Yeah. This is Magic Max, the Dragon Master 360. I wish I could just watch a ham doing his thing and learn from watching it. There's plenty of people do it. Watch Alex, Whiskey 7 Hotel United. I do it too on some of the shows. Not as many, because there's just about a lot of things about radio on this show. It's more a talk show. But you can certainly watch like Alex, Whiskey 7 Hotel United. He does it every time. Seriously, W7HU. Go to his channel. You'll see him working his radio. That's what he does. Just makes calls. He's good at it. And he's a good guy, too. Really is. Let's see. Penguin, he's got the comment from Canada. You know what's the best thing about ham radio live feeds? Always great broadcast quality audio. Bless your heart. Thanks, man. Thank you. That's very nice to say. You know, it's too many years in radio and shadowing good engineers, truly. Like, what does this do? What does that do? And they were kind of take the time to explain what each thing did. So when I bought all my equipment, I made sure to kind of mimic what we had in radio. Thank you, Penguin. That's a very nice statement. I appreciate that very much. Dawn, November 5 Sierra Kilo Tango. How about what gadget other than tuner, radio, and antenna do you want for your shack? That's a good one. I like it. Thanks, Dawn. It's always good to get ideas because I've only got one brain and it's only so big. Gordon, I've got Larry on my featured channels. Thank you. That's nice, Gordon. Mike 7, Indian November Tango. Good YouTube channel. Does some good radio stuff. It's really good. Don says, Wile E. Coyote, Super Genius. One of my favorite episodes. That's a great episode. If you don't know the episode, I'll set it up for you. Wile E. Coyote lives in this gigantic rock. Literally, this gigantic hill that's made of rock. And Bugs Bunny lives on this hillside by it, right? And Wile E. Coyote literally comes to his house, and Bugs has this elevator system that raises him up from the ground. It's just amazing. He builds this door. Wile E. Coyote opens up this foldable door, and he announces himself.
Allow me to introduce myself. My name is Wile E. Coyote. Genius.
And he says, I'm not working my way through kindergarten, nor am I trying to work my way through college. And, you know, he tells Bugs he's got education basically of kindergarten versus him. And then he just continues to blunder and blunder and blunder, and Bugs wins at the end, and everybody goes home happy, and that's all, folks. Yeah. Good episode. Fun episode. Yeah. Ron, we're having high winds, a high wind warning here. Nervously watching my mast bend back and forth. And that's it today. Seriously, yesterday was gorgeous. It was a perfect spring day. Yesterday was beautiful. Today, awful. It is just awful. Windy and rainy. It's just awful. Aaron Lutz, welcome. Good to have you. You were late. Don't worry about it. Rick, welcome here. 17-meter backscatter pointed towards Alberta, Canada. Was a blast last evening from Georgia. 17 was open well past 10 p.m. Absolutely right. Yep. This is a good example of the MUF map and why I show it, because it really, if you take a look, let's look at the dark places on Earth. Let's try it just for once. Take a look. 24 megahertz. Let's take a look at 24 in Eastern Europe, right? Look how it goes. Take a look. It goes down and in towards China. 24 megahertz, middle of the night. Yeah, so 17 is definitely going to do well for you. 17 would work great for a long time. Heck, even 15 might work you great. You just never know. It's really amazing how the radios are working right now. So great SFIs mean bands will be open later at night, the daytime bands. And you know what's cool is they're going to be working west because that's where it's daylight. So work those bands. Don't be afraid to check 15 or 17 or 20 at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock at night. You might be blown away at the DX, and you might have so much fun working them you can't stand it. I want to show you this real quick. This is kind of fun. This is a neat little thing. I put it in the wrong place. Of course I did. Why is it in the wrong place? I don't know. I know because I didn't put the darn video over. Let me show you a radio, because we always want to show radios if we can for new amateurs. This is kind of cool. Alinco made a product that's now out of production. It's a neat radio, though. It's the Alinco DX R8T. Now, in Europe, it's the R8E as in Echo. It's an HF radio. It's not going to get you 6 meters, but it has quite a bit to it. Let's take a quick look at this radio and get an idea of what it's all about. Take a look.
Okay, today on Ham Radio Comms, we're going to be talking about the Alinco DX-SR8T, or in Europe, the DRX-E for the European version. As you can see, it's got a really nice display, very big and a lot of information on it. Not bad for a $500 radio. I got it on sale. They're normally $500 to $600 for an entry-level radio. You can't go wrong. I think it's a really good deal. It's got a nice veil to lift it up in the air. It's got a front-firing speaker. The front connections are a microphone connection. It's got a speaker and a phone jack here, so they're separate, not the same, so you don't have to make any adjustments. It's got the volume control and a squelch, IF passband shift, so if you have noise you can hopefully get it out of the passband, because there's not a digital signal processor or a DSP on this radio. And there's not a choices of filters either, just the narrow filter, which works great on CW, but on AM and single sideband it's just too narrow, and you're not going to get much help. It's going to be unintelligible, so basically useless. It's got a programmable button here. The buttons are easy to push, but they're not lighted. It's got direct input frequencies, so you could easily, put a frequency in here. If I can get the buttons, my fingers working in there. So it does that, for instance. You hit the function button and all the little white words underneath the buttons will then take place. So if you hit function and this button, it's going to lower the power. It says low power right there. And the power settings are 100 watts, 10 watts, and 1 watt. And on AM, it's going to be 40 watts, 4 watts, and 0.4 watts. And the 1 watt is adjustable inside. I think you change some adjustments and you can go from 2 watts to 0.1 watt for the QRP operation. It's really solidly built. There's a really good heat sink in there, and the total weight's like 9 pounds. So it's a good, solid, stable platform for a 100 watt radio. It's got a high flow, large fan inside. It's pretty quiet. It's got a lock button here. It's got buttons so you can go up and down, and these steps are 4-way adjustable. You just hit this megahertz button, and now you can go up by band. If you hit it again, you can go up by megahertz. You hit it again, you can go up that way, and you can just hold it down and go where you want. And if you want to scan through the band, you can hold the button down like this and look for signals, or you can hold down the microphone key. But if you go like this, like I like to do, this isn't adjustable. So if you want to go through the general portion of the 20 meter band, you have to turn this thing 250 times. I think that's one of the big cons of the radio. It's really nice looking with the orange lettering and the white lettering, really large display. Another con would be this light. It's a little bit fatiguing in a darkened room, staring at the screen with that in your eyes, so I have a little sticker that I put on it, like that, just to, if I can get off my finger, just to cover it up. And that'll turn red during transmit. And a little bit darkened ham shack, that's going to be pretty bright still with the sticker on there. So that's another one of the cons. It's got dual VFOs and 600 memories. It's got high SWR protect. It's got multiple scan modes, and the only way to get rid of the noise is with the RIT or the narrow filter. So it's very limiting as far as getting rid of noise. It's not a contest radio, but it's great for rad chewing and just other HF duties. It's got 1 part per million stability, which is really good. It's got all the direct entry keys. It does 160 to 10 meters, but it receives from 150 kilohertz up to 30. There's no 6 meters on this radio. It's HF only. On the back, you've got connections for an auxiliary or a tuner connection, 12-volt power. There's 1 antenna connection only. It's got ALC, relay, a key connection, and a ground connection, which is most of the connections that you'll need on there. It's a really solidly built radio. You take some screws off, you can take the faceplate off and mount it separately with a separation kit, which is like a Cat5 cable. The modes, as mentioned, are FM, single sideband, CW, and AM. And it's just a really good stable platform, a really good radio for the $500 that I paid for it. As far as the pros and cons, the pros are stable 100 watts output. It runs cool. It's got a really large display. It's got good sounding audio, and I get good audio reports as well. And the price is a pro. It's really good for the $500. As far as the cons, there's no 6 meters if you're into that. It's got limited power settings. It's not adjustable. VFO knob steps is kind of limiting. It's got the bright LED that's too close, and it's got a small speaker in the front, which is you're better off with external speaker. So thanks so much for watching my review of the Elinco DXSR8 from Ham Radio Comms.
Isn't that great? We've never shown this channel before, and I thought that was a really well done video. So that's the Elinco, and here's some ads for it here in the States. A decent, you can't buy it new anymore. This is a used radio, but here's one. It's had a little bit of work done to it. I always worry about radios like this, to be honest. You know, if it's got like repairs on, unless they're professional, like, you know, I took it in, or I know what I'm doing. I'm an engineer. I replaced all the caps. I took care of I cleaned all of the pots. I did everything to it. Then I'm okay with it. But when it starts saying I add a washer to this and then put this over here, it makes me a little nervous. It's just me. But, you know, $265 shipped, continental U.S. Here's one that's more like realistic for this radio. Elinco DX SR8T, and comes with a Maxine desk mic, you know, comes with manual power cord, the original ham mic, and the box, asking $550 ship. So there's a good idea in terms of what that radio goes for on the market. The pros, it has, you know, 100 watts, great. The cons, doesn't have DSP, really doesn't. Just has a little bit of a kind of a notch filter in a way that, not really a notch, but more of a shift filter, I guess. You know, it doesn't have a noise blanker. It's not going to have digital noise reduction, but it'll get you on the air, right? And it'll get you started. So if it's not something expensive, then you can put your money in your antenna and make great calls with any radio. That's the best part of it. All right. We're talking about ham fairs around the world. Yesterday, we visited Australia, and we went up to Japan. We saw the largest ham fair there that is in Asia. Phenomenal. We're now going to take a look at the largest ham fair in Europe. It's Friedrichshafen in Germany. Let's take a look at it. I hope you enjoy this segment.
Das auch, ja. Ist mehr los?
What I love about this particular video, he takes you through and he doesn't talk. Now, this makes it perfect for people for any language to get an idea of what Friedrichshafen is like, right? So he goes through the various aisles, he sees all of the products, and this is the largest ham fair that's in Europe every year. This is Friedrichshafen in Germany. It's an incredible show, really is, and you just get an idea of just the scope of this thing. It's just ginormous, it really is. Friedrichshafen, by the way, they're going to have a ham fair coming up 24th through 26th of June for the 45th time. It's going to be amazing. Friday opens up at, it opens up on the 6th, 24, so that'll be June 24th, and it goes through Sunday the 26th in Friedrichshafen. The fair location is, I'm going to mess this up and I don't want to, Messe Friedrichshafen, New Messe 1, 88046, Friedrichshafen, Baden-Wurttemberg, Germany. So there you go, Friedrichshafen. A good look at a fantastic ham fair, the largest in Europe. Let's take a look at it here and see all the places that it goes. Look at these receivers. For shortwave people, this is beautiful. Oh boy, and there we go. There it is. Of course, the Hibberling. There gotta be one there. Look at this one. Look at that Hibberling. Is that gorgeous? Again, quality from Germany. This is gorgeous stuff. This is what ham radio looks like today. Isn't that phenomenal? And inside, look at that. Inside the case, nice display of that Hibberling. I promise I'll get your comments here in a moment. The quality of Hibberling is so phenomenal to me. Really is. Here's the Icon booth at Friedrichshafen. Of course, 7851. They're going to come with the big gun, right? And then, in case you want handles, there's a nice 7700. Again, this was from 2019 at Friedrichshafen. And that little VFO knob can be used on a lot of radios, and it's very handy. Love that product from ICOM. Really do. Would love to try one out. Have used one in the store, but never tried one out.
Connection here to remote connection here. So when transceive is turned on for both, you transmit here, it mutes the receiver here.
And there's my man Ray Novak. Hi, Ray. Hi, Ray. He's not talking. Of course, 7300, looking good.
So if you're listening 5 or 10 up and you want to listen at the same time,
and right next to it, the bookend, the 9700. So for VHF, UHF, and way up there, microwave stuff, huge.
It's in the CI5 command.
Beautiful work, man. 7610. You imagine the work it takes, all the manufacturers, to keep these radios pristine, because they've got to, be put in boxes, cleaned up, don't scratch them, just treat them, and then they look like they're still brand new, but they've been to so many trade shows. I give a lot of manufacturers credit for that. So this is walking the hall of Friedrichshafen.
This is something different. Yeah, and then a base on it.
7100 still being made by ICOM right there. So again, this is walking the hall at Friedrichshafen, just taking a look through the hall. Europe's largest ham fair. Some little handhelds there from ICOM. This was before the release of the ID52A. So you won't see that. You'll see the 51. What's nice is you guys, you go there, you can try these out. Ask the manufacturer questions. Hang out. It's really nice. It's nice to be able to do that when you go. And doesn't hurt to have a pretty girl walking along inside, is it? And there's a good look at the ICOM booth right there. And there's Kenwood. I love the fact they have it in German. That's very, very good touch. 590SG right there on top of a tremendously gorgeous TS 890S. This is gorgeous. And there's the big gun, the TS 990 by Kenwood. Oh man. Talk about dream right there. That's it. Pan adapter screen. There is the little guy, and it's not that is a great receiver above that. That's the TS 590 Sugar Golf. That's a great radio. For HF, it's phenomenal. Now looking at some VHF, UHF rigs made by Kenwood. And this again at Friedrichshafen, and you can go there in June, take a look at a lot of their products. They got a lot of stuff there. It's Europe's largest ham fair. It's phenomenal to go to. Friedrichshafen every June in Germany. Isn't that fun? Go through there, and thank you very much. We'll have a link to gentlemen's video in the comment section below. Please subscribe. These guys just they're walking the halls, and that's my favorite video of all. Well, not really. The one I'm going to play tomorrow is if this one I don't want to tell you where it's from. Okay, it's going to be Europe again. I'm going to tell you it's a great video, and it's well narrated too. That's probably my favorite video. This one was my second because it just let you look. It was really good, and I'll have the link to it so you can see it. That was Friedrichshafen 2019, which was the last time it happened because 20 and 21 it was canceled due to the coronavirus. Let's now catch up with your comments around the world finally. And happy Wednesday to you guys. It's always nice to have you guys around the world. Really is. Andy, Alpha Zero, Whiskey X-ray idea. I'm thinking about setting up my off-center fed half wave with a long leg west and the short leg south. Just curious. You know what would be good to talk to about that? Would be the Smoking Ape. Yeah, he might have done something like that. He's brilliant at setting antennas up and just testing them out. Same thing with TO. Both are very good at that. I personally have never tried it. Andy, I love the question. It's very good. Good idea, mate. Good idea. Yep. Winan says some 10-meter FT8 work now, FT8 on 12. 12 was working great. 12 was working phenomenally for me here in the Northwest today. So good 12-meter propagation out there for people that want to work DX. Yeah, worked out well. That was coast to coast, literally from here, 40 miles east of the Pacific Ocean all the way to New Jersey. So that worked out well. And Roger McKeon and Dragon, check out the playlist on HNH's radio YouTube channel. Thank you. Roger, it's always good to get links to other people's stuff. Thank you, buddy. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're all here helping people in YouTube. We are, because we all try to do the same thing. We all trying to help you understand a little about the ham radio. That's what it should be about, at least, I think. Daniel, I have my mast standing amongst a group of bushes that I hate. So instead of guying them, I tied them to the branches with paracord, and that has proven surprisingly effective in the wind. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea, actually. Yeah, very good. Rodney, good stream. He said, it looks like, let's see, Rodney stream, one word. Italians and Russians. Enough said. Rodney's call sign, Pop Alpha 9 Romeo Whiskey. Take a look at his YouTube channel. He does good stuff, really does. From the north side of the tracks, right near the pawn shop that doesn't sell things to people that, come in and may have masks on. That's not a good thing. That's Scott, Kilo Charlie 2, Charlie Alpha Delta. Welcome, buddy, from North Boston and New York. Good to see you, bud. Yeah. Ronnie said he was actually being harassed by one Italian station. Everywhere I go, he went. You know what those are? I'll tell you. Those are people who want attention. That's all they are. They're people that just have such miserable lives. You feel sorry for these people. I do. I mean, I seriously do. I feel sorry for people to do that because their goal in life is to bother somebody else because they have no life. Get it? That's about what it is, buddy. That's all it is. Just brush it off your shoulders. Stand up tall. You know, seriously, best thing you can do. Always. It just ain't worth it. You know, these guys are just, they're people that just don't have anything else to do in life. Like they never were good with girls or something. I don't know. Gamingham. Goodbye, Gordon. 73. Good night. Have a good evening to you. Good, my best to you and your mom. Hope everything is well. And Rodney did manage some Indonesia work, so that's good. Going through your comments here before we get to the next section. Hopefully we'll be able to go. Daniel says, if Afrikaans close enough to Dutch to be easily distinguishable. I don't know about that, possibly. Steve says, QRM Eliminator has the world's brightest LEDs. Not sure why they do that. Well, the reason why, Steve, is they want you to know it's really, really working QRM, I guess. I'm not sure. It's pretty bad. And Rodney, thank you. I am well. I'm feeling good today. I really am. I wish the weather was better. This morning I couldn't hardly walk. It was seriously, I'm not kidding. When you have, and people that are older know this, you know, they do, you know, you get like sore knees and stuff like that. And I'm not going to get into the old people stuff because I swore when I grew up, man, I was never going to be that guy. Never. But I'll just say, this morning I felt awful because, and then I looked outside, it's pouring down rain and windy. I'm like, oh, of course. Yesterday was dry and warm and beautiful. And today the weather went bad. So it does affect your body. But I feel good. I'm grateful to see all you guys. To me, this is a treat. I enjoy it. And thank you. Dirk, what a nice comment. Thanks for having the show today, Larry. Dirk, no, thank you for coming and being part of this like you are. That's my point. Thank you, Dirk. See, Dirk moderates here and also on Discord. He does such amazing work. So does Jeff. So does Rod. So does Tom. These guys, they do so much for me, and I appreciate it. Also, Andy. Andy Cowley, 2 Echo 0 Romeo Echo Echo, another moderator for the channel. Couldn't do it without you guys, so thank you for what y'all do. I mean that. Thank you guys for all you do. I would do a standing ovation, but I'm wearing shorts. Yeah, and it's been really, really bad here, like in not warm. So, all right, scooping up your comments before we go. Andy Hambench is going to be great. Lisa won't have to be a keynote speaker. That's good. Enjoy your time. Have a good time. He says at the donors dinner, doesn't have to be a keynote speaker, which is fun. Rod in Canada, Ron says, looking forward to going back to Japan 2023 for vacation. If I plan it right, maybe I can check out the Japan Hamfest in Tokyo. Absolutely, man. You need to do that. Seriously. I mean, how many times, right? You're going to go to Japan, and how many times you're going to go at that time, right? Make your plans. Go do it. Do it. Aaron loves the 7300, 9700 combination. Cliff Bolts joins us. And by the way, Aaron, that's a great combination. That's, man, you got it all. HF, VHF, UHF, microwave. What more do you need? You're good. Cliff Bolts joins us. The Commonwealth of Virginia's in the house. Whiskey Delta 4, Oscar Bravo, Papa. Welcome, buddy. Good to see you. Yep. And Don, 7100 D-Star on HF. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm going to do that. That'll be a lot of fun. I'm really excited for that radio. And I'm really grateful. I asked ICOM, could you send me like a brochure? They sent me three. They sent me 3 brochures. Hold on. 3 brochures. This on ham radios and receivers. And like, you know, the thing that you get if you go to the ham radio stores, like, you know, the grid squares, all that. I mean, gosh, there's like everything, like the, you know, the band plan, all this stuff. ICOM North America, the best doggone company in the entire world. Seriously. Gosh darn it, man. Thank you. And I didn't tell them, you can understand, I did not tell them I did a YouTube show. I didn't tell them I do, you know, nothing, not a word about that. And the guy says, oh, you're getting the 7100. That's great. Okay, yeah, I'll send you the brochure. Hey, do you need a hat? And I said, no, I've already got a hat. Thank you. You don't need to send me a hat. He goes, oh, okay, well, I'll throw some other goodies in the bag for you. And he sent me like a big box, and it came the next day. So ICOM, really, gosh darn, just way, you guys are so special to me. And I mean that, not because I mean, geez, I've got a Yaesu in here, I've got an ICOM right there, but because you're good at working with customers. Imagine working good with customers. Isn't that something refreshing? Yaesu. Oh, sorry. Did that come out on the microphone? Wasn't sure. Aaron Lutz, welcome. Yeah, the 7610 was a tad on my price range. I had to sell 2 radios to get it. Yeah. Steve, Mike 7, Any Whiskey Hotel, TS 990 is a beast. Boy, I love that radio. Aaron, you know, Callum uses that radio. Callum McCormick. Man, that is such a pure sounding radio. Super heterodyne. It's not SDR, but it's so pure. It's just beautiful. and someone that can work that radio effectively, know how to do it really well. Callum is beautiful. He's such a great guy in amateur radio on YouTube. I think Callum's phenomenal, DX Commander. Not only made great products, but he has time for YouTube videos, and he works in 990, by the way. And he just redid his ham shack. It's amazing. Dirk, TS990, so many buttons and dials. It is, but gosh darn it, it'd be fun to find out what each one of those do, right? Daniel, New Hampshire, desperately want to visit Germany someday. I would love to too, but I want to go during their Friedrichshafen. I do. That's when I want to go. Don, Josh, and Jason are dating today, and no one has seen Kenwood. They'll be there. They'll be there. They will. They'll be there. They'll be there. Yeah. Yeah, I think there's so much of stuff about Kenwood because they haven't come out with an SDR yet, but they will. They will. There's no depth there. And boy, that 990 is such a beautiful thing. And Steve, the TS 990 probably does have an undo button. That's great. That's great. DiBiase's 777s is here. That's great to see you, man. Really good to see you. Kilo Charlie 1, Papa Sierra Kilo is in the house. Always a pleasure. Always a better show. Thank you for coming. I mean that. Thank you. Oh, good group. Grandpa Kenwood, they're good company. We need all the ham radio companies we need, right? We do. We need all we can get right now. I mean, remember, guys, the peak of ham radio, the peak of amateur radio in the world was the 1950s and then part of the 60s. And then it started declining. And it hasn't come back up yet. It hasn't. But there are still manufacturers who make their living selling amateur radios. We're so blessed to have Kenwood and Yaesu and ICOM and Linko and Elecraft and Flex and all of these companies, worldwide that make amateur radio. I mean, it's and the radios they make it are phenomenal. They really are. It's just, wow, blows me away. Really does. I can't come up with my brain's not working well enough. The Australian company, DLE, gosh, I can think of the model, but I can't think of the doggone name of the radio. No! Jeez. I can think of the 7000 DLE made by blank. My mind can't think that way. Am I the only one that does that? I'm not sure. Anyway, Aaron says, I picked up the 7200, 9700 combo and a 5100E and an amplifier. That perfect. You're good to go. 7610 would have eaten a lot of it up. Absolutely. Yeah, but look what you got for it. That's where it goes. Daniel, I'm convinced Ape is in. Oh boy. Oh boy. Daniel out of New Hampshire. I'm convinced Ape is in the Witness Protection Program. And he knows where Jimmy Hoffa is buried. Daniel, that's the doggone comment of the show. Thank you for doing that. That's funny. Winan out of Namibia, he says, our currency is like leaves on trees, dry leaves. I'm sorry, Winan. Hang in there. It'll get better. It'll get better. Andy, Ape dug the hole. Scruffy, Victor Kilo 5, Sugar Coated Radio. Wednesday, Thursday here, Larry. I'm from the future. Yes, you are. You're a man of the future. Forgot about that. Yes, yes. And Aaron said no, 7,300. Dirk says, close to my setup, Aaron, 7,300, 9,700, 4,100 on the desk. No amp, though. Just buy the antenna. Seriously. Take it from somebody that knows a little bit about this. Think of how expensive amplifiers are. Think about that, right? Okay. Why not buy a directional antenna instead? Why not? You're going to have gain, you're going to hear better, and you're going to have something that's going to be worth more down the road because it's going to help you for years. Man, I would always get a directional beam over an amplifier now. And I have an amplifier, so I know the difference. Here's what happens. This is a good comment. And Dirk, I'm not putting you down. Please, you know I love you. You do, okay? All of you guys. You know I think the world of all you guys. The mistake of people who buy amplifiers, by Larry, okay? I'm the Tim Allen principle. More power, right? Pour more power out there, I'm going to be heard farther. That's the thinking, correct? Okay. The problem is, so many other people out there don't have amplifiers, nor do they have directional antennas that they can hear you, but you can't hear them. That's the problem. Now, on a directional, And by the way, I'm going to give another plug. In fact, tomorrow is going to be a segment on the Buddy Hex. The Buddy Hex by Hexbeam just released, right? $5.99 is the price of it. Okay, you still need a mast to get it up, but it only weighs 9.8 pounds. That's going to give you a directional antenna with gain that you're going to transmit better on and hear better on. That's the key to a directional versus an amplifier. That's why it's worth more. Buy the great antenna. You will love that so much more than amp, and it will serve you for years. I'm a person from experience, really. Would I sell my amplifier to buy a directional? I already have a directional, but I can't physically put it on my roof. But seriously, guys, buy the directional. Don't spend the money in the amplifier. My 2 cents. That's it. My 2 cents. You'll hear better. You'll transmit with gain. You don't have to rewire your shack. You don't have to go and put 240 volt into your shack to be able to run the amp that you want. Man. And that's going to cost money too, right? So think about it. Just think about it. Dirk, you're a good friend. I just want you to I think it's a better choice, like by far. Seriously. In fact, that's where I would start, is my antenna. Chat with us on Discord. There it is. A good link by my man Dirk. He's awesome. Thank you, buddy. If I didn't care, guys, I wouldn't say a word. I'd just say, oh, yeah, great idea, man. Put it up. Enjoy your time with it. Yeah. Andy, Larry, might have to get you on the yacht for a weekend. Oh, and I love Maritime Mobile. Oh, that would be cool. See, I'd be the guy that wouldn't be fishing, wouldn't be out on the deck. I'd be on the radio. I would be. I'd be having fun. David C502, welcome. My QRM eliminator LEDs are dim. Does that mean it isn't doing anything? No, it just means your LEDs are dim, sir. That's all it means. It's okay. Okay. Check your power, though. Make sure your power is right to it. Ian Justice, welcome. Always better show when you're here from Holland. Papa Alpha Zero, Romeo November Hotel is in the house. Welcome in. Nice to see you, mate. Also, we got Spike Radio Man. He's here from Montana. Made it. Wally World had my truck. Got a new battery. Free. Oh, that's awesome. Congrats, mate. That's cool. It's called the warranty. That's really true. It's really true. All right, let me just check final comments, and we got to get into the next part of the show because it's going to run way too long like yesterday. I always have tried to do the show where I include all your comments, but there's getting to be a lot of people that come. Thank you for that. I mean that sincerely, but please don't take it wrong if I don't put all your comments on the screen. It's just getting to be a pretty big show now because of your kindness and the blessing of the Lord up top. That's the honest truth. That's what's happening. So thank you for that. If I don't get your comments, it's not intentional. All right. You know that I have been wanting very bad to take the 7100 and put it in my van. Okay. So already lost the brochure. No, I didn't. I got it. Okay. So, for a long time, like I've been wanting to want the 7100, right? And I want the benefit of being able to use it either on the portable bench, like on a park bench, or on a coffee table, like one of those portable ones, like a, card table, right? Coffee table, a card table. Anyway, use it portable, go anywhere. Use it mobile, go anywhere. That's my plan. So I want to put it into my van, right?
I am 35 years old. I am divorced, and I live in a van down by the river.
Yeah, so anyway, my whole thing there's Saturday Night Live bit. All right. So I want to put it in my van, right? And a great episode came up Saturday on Coffee and Ham Radios. Take a look at this as a teaser. Go to their website here on YouTube, Coffee and Ham Radios. Take a look at the Saturday show. You'll find this.
Get your day started right. From our shack to yours, this is Coffee and Ham Radios. We are live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Well, that was almost a catastrophe. Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Chuck was telling us about his refrigerator, and I'm all listening intently and not paying attention. I'm like, oh, damn.
It's go time.
We got to go live. So good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here. Welcome to everybody in the chat.
There you go. Coffee and Ham Radio is a really cool show on mobile installations. They show you how to do it. They show you the right ways, right? With antennas, everything else is good. So watch it. It's well worth it. In fact, I'll have the link in the description just for you. Yep, absolutely. By the way, Andy, thank you for joining us. thank you for being back and all you did in Poland. It's amazing what you did. It really is. Truly is. Thank you for coming. Aaron says, my amp is a tube unit. That's all right. Tube units are great. I love tubes. I really do. Tubes are fun because, I like the nostalgia of the tubes. My 811Hs, I loved them. They were fun to have. I just love the nostalgia and the warmth of the tubes. Cool to have. Says, keeps place warm in the winter. It does, and it's cool. That's radio to me. I grew up in radio, commercial radio, and you're on the air, right? And you see in many radio stations, in the old days, it would be AM/FM combos. You'd see the AM transmitter there with tuber tubes in them and glowing and beautiful. And that's part of radio to me for history. I love that part. I really do. So it's fun. Yeah, really is fun. And remember, guys, whatever you're doing, I'm trying to help you with experience, just based on experience. Hearing is so important, and directionals give you that benefit too. So when you talk about prices of some of these solid state amps, it get up there pretty high, right? Man, you could do so much with a directional antenna and really not only transmit directionally, but hear directionally too. It works. It's really good. Yeah, it's good. Good to have. Good to have always. Always. And they're Dirk. Thank you. There you go. Saturday and Sunday at 1400 UTC. That's 9 a.m. in the Central, 7 Pacific in the Pacific Northwest here of North America, West Coast, Pacific time zone. You'll catch it at 7. Catch it at 10 a.m. in the Eastern time zone of North America. All right. Here we go. This is really cool. This came in yesterday. We're going to go quickly through a few YouTubers that are here on this channel. I'm really grateful are here. Ron Walensky's got his own channel. This is neat. Let's take a quick look at this. This is from his YouTube channel, talking about his shack. It's pretty cool.
Hi everyone, Ron Walensky here, NAWCR. Just a quick video of how I got my new setup going at the house as we moved over from the apartment. I got everything set up here, so I'll just give a short video of what I have set up here. There's my wall with some of my certificates and license up there. My desk consists of 4 monitors, 3 which are full-time to my computer.
And cool. That's Ron Walensky. Take a look at his channel, November 8, Whiskey Charlie Rome. I've never seen it before. Good work. Good work. Yes, sir. November 8, Whiskey Charlie Rome. Ron, it's great to have you and great work you're doing as well. We talked before about people like, the guys that have to have attention because like their lives are so miserable. That's what they do, right? And it's too bad that happened to you with the guy from Italy. I feel bad about that. Because, I get it. People they gotta stalk you on the air sometimes. And it sounds like that's happened to you quite a few times. And, Rodney, I'm just kind of thinking, just remember, some people in life just, they look for either mistakes, they look for things that they don't agree with. They're going to just, make a fool of themselves. It happens, man. It just does. Sometimes people just don't realize what real life's all about. Like this guy right here, Radio South North 911. Great. Look, he's talking about me, right? Because I've got an urban beam in my garage and I'm telling people how to use antennas. Look, dude, I get it. Mom's upstairs making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and your tummy's hungry. But here's the deal, okay? If you knew a little bit more about radio, you'd know that the directional antenna will be an amplifier 10 times out of 10, dude. So that's a little guy that needs a little attention. There's your attention shot. It's funny. I usually don't ever say anything to them because that way they just go away because you don't care. But it was fun to do it that one time. Reminds me of something like this.
On saxophone, Lisa Simpson. On triangle, Martin Prince. And with a flute up his nose, Ralph Wiggum.
Yeah, just like that. It reminds me a little bit of that bit right there. So there you go. And speaking of a little bit of Australia, take a look at this. This is Indy and one of my favorite bits ever on the radio. Listen to this guy's pregnant pause when Indy gives his call sign, right? He gives his call sign. The guy says, sounds like you got a little too much compression there, mate. Oh, no, just a little Cummins engine noise. And then you hear the pregnant pause. Look at this.
X-ray Bravo or X-ray Victor?
No, X-ray Bravo.
Yeah, it's a bit compressed, so it's a bit hard to understand. It's a bit over-compressed, over.
It's probably just a lot of Cummins engine in the background and a lot of rattling on a corrugated dirt and road over.
Probably is. Or Indy. What do you prefer, Ian or Indy?
Oh, anything will do, mate. Just don't call me late for a feed. There is a story behind it.
That's Indy. I love the pregnant pause, right? Where he's like, oh, okay. After he tells him he's this Cummins engine noise. Indy, keep up the good work. All right, we're going to talk about a special dude that joined the channel. He watches us, and he's here right now. Isn't that cool? This is our mate, Steve. So why don't we go ahead and just start the music from yesterday. There we go. Steve Hiscox, look what he's done. Master of Europe, continents of the world. He's worked the continents of the world. Phenomenal. Also, Grid Squares, World Radio Friendship. Nice comment. Based near Stonehenge in England. And the same Grid Square, too. Licensed since 2021 with UK Foundation license, limited 10 watts of power, but he's working to get his intermediate right now. He is. Currently has a fan dipole working 20, 15, 12, 10 using single sideband digital modes like FT4 and 8 and radio teletype and the PSK 31 and all the digital modes. What I love about him is he's trying hard to get licensed up. Steve Hiscox, Mike 7, Indy Whiskey Hotel, right by Stonehenge. Mate, it's an honor to say hello to you and thank you for being part of the show today on Ham Radio Live today. There you go. I'm a killer. I've been everywhere, man. Yesterday, funny, I played that song, right, to start the show. My wife had that song in her head the rest of the day. Like, it's funny because we saw a commercial with it and she's like, oh, I love that song. I said, I played it to start the show. She doesn't know. Today's topic question: do you wish radios had an undo button like computers had? Make it quick. We'll make it part of the show today. Thank you for coming to Ham Radio Live on a Wednesday, the 18th day of May. All right, let's quickly get the angry hams on, see how today's show's going.
More! Hey, wait, look, there is more. Oh, good grief, they heard me.
Okay. E. Clark Quackenbush. Okay, Mr. E. Clark Quackenbush. I'm sorry. Yeah, you get it. Okay. He invented some. What did he invent? A. RG58 coax. Did he invent the RG58? Did he do B. UHF connectors? Did Mr. Quackenbush invent C. 1 November 914 diodes? Or did he do D. Electrical tape? A, B, C, or D? First one in gets it for their continent. Good luck today. Currently, boy, it's getting tough for the world to catch up on this one. I think North America's coming back with a real passion. They really are. It's currently 105 to 60. The world is getting beat. So hang in there, world. Let's get you winning, okay? What did Mr. Quackenbush invent? Was it RG58? Was it UHF connectors? Was it 1 November 914 diodes? Or was it electrical tape? By the way, I do want to quickly say good hello to a dear friend, Acid Drop. Siobhan, welcome. It's good to have you here from Ireland. I have a step-by-R beam and an amp. I'm a professional. There you go. Yeah. It's nice to have both. It is. But, for contesting, absolutely. But, man, to have that directional beam, ooh, baby, it's nice. Nice to have it. All right. First one in. Dirk from... Dirk, I think you got it last time. I think you did. I don't know. Wait. Of course. It starts now. Of course, it's time to activate the woofing filter.
Some bitch. Don't you cuss on this here radio. I apologize to all the friendly folk who are listening.
Yeah, of course. Why not? Okay. Dirk, first in with B. He's Whiskey 9 Romeo Delta Yankee. He says it is UHF connectors, and he got it correct. Well done. All right. So North America is like pulling away like a freight train. Now, it is 110 to 60, but there's still one more question today. World, hang in there. I said 110. Sorry, it's 105. 105.60. North America gets 5 points for each correct one, and the world gets 10. All right. Hang on. Time for a fun fact. Fun fact, Stonehenge was the site of the first RGB. Was it really the first RGB field day? That is so cool, Daniel. Thanks. That's awesome, man. Seriously. Thanks for sharing that with the show. That's awesome. Man. Also getting that one, Rod in Pennsylvania, Cliff in the beautiful state of Virginia. Steve had D. Ron in Canada had B. Andy knew with B. Acid Drop, that's Siobhan. She has B. Let's see. Adam with B. Scruffy, welcome as A. And Magic Man with D. And Robert Varner has C. Good work, guys. Let's go. The second question. Here we go. Let's get it up on the screen. On which of the following bands is a general class license holder granted all amateur frequency privileges on all frequencies? Okay, so this is general class in U.S. If you're outside the U.S., you'll get we'll give you 20 on this one. This is a tough question. If you're first in, you get 20. If you're outside the North American continent. If you're in North America, you get 5. Okay? The question, let's make it simple. Generals can work on which bands? Unlimited, meaning that there's no part of the band they cannot work. Okay? For example, 40 meters, they can work above 7.175. Okay? But they don't get the whole band, right? Okay. So I've given you a hint. Can generals work all frequencies on these bands? A, 60, 20, 17, and 12. B, 160, 80, 40, and 10. C, 160, 80, 30, 17, 12, and 10. Or D, 160, 30, 17, 15, 12, and 10. A, B, C, or D. Let me know what you got. First one in right gets the points. Good luck. That's great. Oh, yeah. Engage the whooping filter. Absolutely. That's where the dogs get spent. Don't do that. Yeah. And Daniel, no, it's cool. Thanks, buddy. It's good to have. I'm so glad you're here, man. You're always good. Mike, Kilo Golf 2, Mike answers B, 160, 80, 40, and 10. And that wouldn't be it, my friend, because they don't have unlimited privileges on 40. They have limited on 40. Yeah. Sorry about that. Adam, November Yankee 5 Echo with C, 160, 60, 30, 17, 12, and the 10-meter band. And he got it correct. Look at that. Yep, that's correct. That's it. And the reason why on this is because, okay, generals can't work all of 40 because they don't go to 7.125 like extras can, right? They go to 7.175. And then on 20 meters, they don't get all of 20. They go 14.225 and up, right? Same with 15. 15, they have a limit as well. That's why D doesn't work. So that's why C is the answer. Congratulations, North America, on both right again. My goodness gracious. Holy cow. Stian, welcome back from Norway. It's great to have you, and it was an honor to honor your country yesterday with the Norwegian national anthem at the end of the show. Happy Norwegian Day +1, man. I mean that. Dirk had A, Rod with B, Ron with B. So you got Rod and Ron. You got to be careful because they're close, but there's a little consonant separating. Don has D, Cliff in Virginia with D. DJ, welcome, buddy. He has C. And then Dirk, wait, be laying my last. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Magic Man can't answer this one. You don't have to answer them all. Kjell, good to see you from Norway. He's got A. Andy with C. Aaron with D. Steve with B. Dirk with D. Spike with C. Scruffy, E. I just don't know. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Dale also had A. Siobhan, don't worry about D. It doesn't matter. You guys are all doing good. Congratulations. You got the doggone things correct. I'm proud of all of you. All right. We're going to now say goodbye to Andy. 73, buddy. Best to you. Get some good sleep and enjoy your night. But if you want to see the world's largest ham shack, you better take a look at this. Here's a picture of it. And there's the owner of the ham shack. Thanks to Ham Nation and thanks to William, November 5, Echo Victor Victor, for sending the video in. Here is that shack live.
Well, Dan made a little trip. He's in Wisconsin, but he went to visit a guy that there's a chance you may have seen this shack before. All I'd ever seen of it was photos. So it was good to see a little video and an interview with George Olm, W9EVT, in Washington Island, Wisconsin. And let's take a look at that.
We decided to make a quick little trip up to Door County to visit the home of George Olm, W9EVT, and these are some of the highlights from that trip. George lives with his wife, Susan, on Washington Island in Wisconsin, which is at the tip of the Wisconsin Peninsula, which is quite secluded. The closest freeway is almost 100 miles away. But boy, is it worth the trip. George has one of the largest radio collections in the world, and a lot of one-off radios. So let's take a look. This is George's main operating station, which includes a Flex 6300, an IC 7800, an IC 7300, a Ten-Tech Orion 2, a Ten-Tech Omni 7, and a Heath SS 9000. The radio that caught my eye was the Blue radio.
Yeah.
The Hilberling PT 8000A, a German radio, which is a one-off. This is the view looking up from the main operating station, and most of the equipment you see here is fully functional. Looking back from the main operating station, this is what you see, a virtual history of radio, some dating back to pre-World War II. So let's let George.
And I'm going to show just that part of the video because I want you to see the rest of it on Ham Nation, okay? And if you want to see it, it's towards about the 2/3 point of Ham Nation of that episode. The Ham Nation link will be in this description section. You'll like it. The guy talks a lot about the radios and the history of the radios. And this was the first of this one, and this was a prototype of this one, and this was that one, and so forth and so on. And that's what he does. And you've got to remember one thing. When you're doing all of that stuff, yeah, exactly, and a lot of, this stuff, and I want another radio, dear, you're always going to get her something nice, right? So she says, thank you. Pretty much. So always make sure that you're taking care of your XYO when you're buying radios, okay? Just a little bit of help there. We're running long, almost an hour and a half again, and that is a long doggone time. So I want you guys to know this. Be good people. I got a funny commercial at the end that was given to us on the Discord channel. And I'd love to do the Discord piece. Well, okay, let's go ahead and do it anyway. All right. We'll do the Discord piece. And I just tapped the perfect song to get that on today. Here we go. I love this record. Little Rod Stewart, little Motown music. The Temptations, by the way, are playing background music on this song. This is a little bit of Motown. It's called Motown Song by Rod Stewart, and a good way to look at our Discord channel to finish the show today. So let's take a look. Here's the first and second pages of the Discord channel. And here is a little picture of Mike, Kilo Golf 2, Mike, First State Park. Wait, look at this, Lake Waterley State Park in the beautiful South Carolina. Mike, gorgeous stuff, mate. That is something beautiful there. Look at that. And there he is taking a picture and a good picture with him and a buddy working parks on the air. Man, that's great, Mike. Seriously. Look at the work they did all through the States and even over to Europe. That's phenomenal work, Mike. Thanks for doing that. Good work. And then another stop. Look at this. In Savannah, Georgia on the way home. Look at that. Mike, you're a wizard at Parks on the Air. Thanks for what you do, buddy. Here's William, the USS Missouri, right there in the Seattle area. Look at that picture. Beautiful. That's beautiful. Oh, man. And then what was interesting about the Missouri is after it was there in Bremerton, where it was in the Seattle area, it's just over the sound from Seattle. It went to Astoria, Oregon to be prepared for fitting to go over the ocean to Hawaii so it could be permanently moored in Pearl Harbor. And the guns, by the way, are always forced facing towards the Arizona. It's in memory of protection of that monument and a way to show that they remember that special day, December 7th. Amazing. William, there's a lot of history here. Thanks for sharing this one. This is a big one to me, buddy. Thank you. All right. Next one. We've got Ron Walensky showing some radios. This is, I think they wanted for Toads, but I'm glad he shared it with us. Thank you, Ron. Nice photo. A bigger shot of the handhelds he's got. Plus, William, there was the link to the world's largest ham shack. We'll have it in the description section. William, thank you for that link. Appreciate it. And look at this. What's missing? Emergency telephone. Dial 999 for Coast Guard, police, fire, or ambulance. Look at the numbers. 1, 2, and 3, and there's no 9 there. Oh my gosh, there's no 9. How are you going to call 999? By the way, this ties in with the commercial at the end of the show after the sign up. I hope you like it. Here's a great Dennis the Menace. Dennis, they're going to teach us cursive in school, but I told them I'm not allowed to talk that way. Very well. Here's Steve getting there, working on that intermediate license UK. Good job, Steve. Keep up the good work, mate. That is some good stuff. Here is Dirk giving him some good luck wishes. You can do it, mate. You can. Here's Steve, a little live streaming. Thank you for that. This is a good one from WECB 640 out of Boston. There are 3 projects from the HRL that use an oscillator tone to tell those who are sight impaired what the meter reading is. Those are the 3. Take a look at it on Discord. You'll find this. Good stuff. And then look at this. Also, special event station, November 4 Echo. This is a special event station for National Emergency Services Week going on right now through the 21st of May. We have 45 fire and EMS students that will use this special event call. QSS for us on 40 CW, 15 sideband, and 20 sideband. Good luck with that, buddy. Finally, here's Jeff, November 4 Papa Oscar Delta. Here's an example of a tailgate sale. And in the UK, that would be called a boot sale. So there you go. A little bit of pictures from the Discord channel right here at ham-radio-live. Please join us on it. Be a lot of fun to do it. And as a drop, I can go on Discord and ruin the class, the whole place. I dare ya. If I'm there, there you go, acid drop. Siobhan, it's always good to have you. Yeah, Daniel, hit 3 9 times, right? Because there's no 9 on that phone. There's no 9. That's such a funny picture, man. When I saw that photo, I was like, oh my gosh, this is flipping hilarious, right? You have a phone and you've got to dial 999, but there's no 9 on the phone. And through all the pictures here, it's just funny. Here it is. Dial 999 for Coast Guard, police, fire, ambulance. 1, 2, 3. 999. Oh, gosh, that's absolutely hilarious. So, again, William, November 5, Ecto Victor Victor, thanks a lot for sharing that. That is really funny. Yeah, hit 9 3 times. You can also do 1 9 times and make it work, too, I think. Scruffy, dial 3 by 3, exactly right. All right, guys. We're going to close this show. We gave somebody that was very needy a little attention. I'm sure they made it good, right? That made him happy, I'm sure. I do this for fun, so I don't care. Folks, we want to help you get your amateur radio license. That's the main purpose here. Make it a radio show, have fun, and enjoy. And nobody's going to love everything that's on YouTube, but a lot of people do, and I'm grateful for that. My greatest joy here is the friendships I've made. You know, seriously, if I haven't said it lately, thank you guys, sincerely, for being good people, good mates, and helpful, especially like Jeff and Dirk and Tom, and all of you guys. Very special to me. Thank you. I hope you guys stick around. We'll have a lot of fun together, and you'll love the commercial. Wait till after the sign up. It's worth it, okay? If you'd like to get your amateur radio license, it's well worth it. It really is. And you know what? We're honest people. We'll tell you if we made a mistake in radio that we don't want you to make. For example, buying an expensive amplifier instead of putting a good directional antenna up. We'll do that stuff because we want you to not make the mistakes that we did. But to start out, it's great to have a good club help you out. That's important. The Radio Society of Great Britain is located in the United Kingdom, and they have growing numbers of amateur radios, people getting licensed right now in the United Kingdom. They're very good at helping people, and they've got a list of amateur radio clubs worldwide. Contact them, www.rsgb.org. They'll send you an email back that'll have a great amateur radio club that's close to you that you can get to know, and they'll help you get licensed and on the air. www.rsgb.org. All right, folks, we got to sign off from Puerto Rico. Until we meet again, it'll be tomorrow, and we'll go to another European Ham Fest. My name's Larry. God bless you wherever you may be. Goodbye, everybody.
Estás viendo Teleisla, Canal 7, WSTE Ponce San Juan.
Super 7 concluye la transmisión de este día. Somos Super 7, WSTE TV Ponce San Juan, Puerto Rico. Super 7 está orgulloso de servir a la isla entera de Puerto Rico. Operamos en el Canal 7 desde 4 transmisores localizados a través de la isla con el permiso de la Comisión Federal de Comunicaciones en Washington, D.C. En Super 7, su opinión es importante. Necesitamos y recibimos sus comentarios y sugerencias. Envíelos al gerente de la estación a WSTE TV, Callbox 15096, San Juan, Puerto Rico, 00902. A nombre de todos los que laboramos en Super 7, le deseamos muy buen día.
Puerto Rican national anthem.
Has this ever happened to you? From today, dialing 999 won't get you the emergency services. And that's not the only thing that's changing. Nicer ambulances, faster response times, and better-looking drivers mean they're not just the emergency services, they're your emergency services. So, remember the new number. That's...
I've had a bit of a tumble.
Well, that's easy to remember. 0118 999 88199 9119 725.